This brings up the serious debate of whether biology and a person's behavioral makeup is more affected by the environment that they come from or by the genetics that their parents give them. What do you guys think about this?
I think personally, just with my own experience of going to Quaker school all my life, I think just my environment is really just affected me. So I enjoy it, and I guess because of the friends I've had growing up, and just the environment I come up with is a big part of my.
Friends are kind. Love surrounds me. Light penetrates and flows on. I expand my mental faculties. Communicate. And release.
Isn't this a lovely bed?
The fall of 2001 was approaching, and I was rather apprehensive because I had scheduled myself some open heart surgery in the end of September. And so I knew I would be away from school for, a semester while things were going with the film festival. But I was there for the first couple of weeks. And then the tragedy of the towers and so forth hit on September 11th. At school, you could see the smoke that's going over the Brooklyn Bridge, going right past Brooklyn Friends. And I remember I could smell the debris and the smoke, and it was the first time that I ever smelled war. I had to stay with my advisees in the cafeteria in middle school, advisees in the cafeteria, until all the parents came to pick them up. And some of the parents came and looked like that fellow completely covered in debris. Brooklyn Friends was somewhat fortunate that day. We only lost 2 parents. And from what I understand, the meetings, Quaker meetings after that, were incredibly profound, incredibly important for the healing process. I was not able to attend those meetings. This is just from what I've heard. I was taking care of other business. I went to the, and by the way, if you ever need heart surgery, I can't recommend a better hospital than the Cleveland Clinic Foundation. That's not a joke. That's for real. I went out to Cleveland for my surgery, and what makes it a great hospital is it's a teaching hospital. There's a number of teaching hospitals out there. And in this hospital, they gave me a team of about 6 or 7 surgeons. And each one would come into my room. They would read my chart, take my history, listen to my heart, and then they would do something that I never saw, at least not in a New York hospital. They would sit down and have a discussion with me. And they just talk about me, my favorite subject. So, as I learned from these discussions, 2 of these doctors were Friends School graduates. One was from Sidwell Friends, and the other was from Friends School of Baltimore. You can cheer Friends School of Baltimore, that's fine. And it was the doctor from Friends School of Baltimore, we started talking about Quaker meeting. And he was saying, well, you know, when I was in high school, I really didn't get a lot out of Quaker meeting. He goes, but now that my wife and I are expecting our first child, I said, you're thinking about looking for a meeting? He goes, yeah, I think so. And all I can say is, it was a really nice feeling to know that my heart was in the hands of friends. 3 years later, I'm in, again, another 11th, 12th grade video class. And in this class, we had a devout Muslim student. And we came up with this idea to do a documentary about what it was like for a Muslim student to attend a Quaker school. And one in Brooklyn is kind of interesting because although Brooklyn is a fairly secular school, I would think the largest single religion in the school is Jewish. So I thought, well, wouldn't this be interesting to compare this to another Muslim student attending a Quaker school, only where the majority of students were Muslim. That would be Ramallah Friends School. And the kid said, yeah, what a great idea. Okay, piece of cake. We'll have 2 groups of filmmakers, one in each school. We'll come up with 5 questions each. Each student will be asked the same questions. We'll edit the film together. No problem.